What's happening, everyone? Time for another session of malt reviews. It's Mikey. I'm Narby as usual.
Sip, sip.
Gonna be doing a fine aged scotch today. Glenglassaugh 1972, cask number 2114. This cask is widely known as probably by many as the best Glenglassaugh they've ever tried. What intrigued us to purchase this some time ago, a couple years ago,
Yep.
was the fact that it scored so well amongst reviewers, and on Whisky Base it scored over 95 with quite a few ratings. If you're not familiar with Whisky Base, it's where guys like us, like you guys, you can go there, and whatever you've tried, you get to score from 1 out of 100, and it's a great place to go to kind of get a gauge once you know, learn how to read it. A couple people you like to follow, you kind of learn their taste on how they score, if it's similar to yours. But it's a really, really cool place, and a lot of high-end collectors are on there. Awesome place to go if you haven't checked it out. This particular one, this ranges over $1,000, but under $2,000. It's a popular one, but it is aged 41 years. It says on here that it's from a sherry butt. Obviously, we said it's from 1972. It's 41 years old, and there's only 582 of these bottled. And it was bottled in 2014, the beginning of 2014. So, without further ado, we've let this bad boy sit for a little bit. It's got a very, very nice,
gorgeous,
rich, dark color, as you guys can see.
Look at that.
As I'm looking at it from this angle here, this one almost looks like a Coca-Cola. You want to drink it?
Oh yeah.
It is bottled at 50.6% ABV, so it held a nice high ABV even after 41 years of aging. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess that it's a refill at 41 years.
Speaking of Coca-Cola,
Massively fruity, and I'm gonna have to say something about this whiskey. I'm really glad we didn't review this when we first opened it. We've had quite a few drams here, and it's only Mike and I have had this so far. So maybe this is like our fourth or fifth time having it, and it has really benefited from air. Okay, it is completely changed with air. So these fruits were really closed up the first time, and we were a little disappointed with the expensive purchase. But now this has just turned into a completely different whiskey.
this is what the Whiskey Biz guys are drinking. It was nothing like it is now. Totally
Super fruity, tons of dark red berries, and I'm getting like strawberry jam and raspberry jam, and even like we said, like cola and just like sweet barley sugar and just.
You almost like when you have like a Belgian double beer, those like deep Belgian sugars in the beer. Crazy amount of cola, like bananas, like flambéed bananas, creme brulee. Crazy fruits.
Yeah, it's got that delicious like Mike said, like caramelized bananas, just the sweet caramel on top of the fruit. It's not
so
it's
different,
not, yeah,
dude.
wow.
So different. Well, we were so disappointed when we first opened it.
It
just
so
shows you. That's why obviously you like to have a full bottle of every whiskey you try, but there definitely is evolution in the bottle.
It's got that sweetness occasionally when a whiskey has those like yummy barley sugars and that jamminess to it. You want to just like bite the glass because you just want to get into that whiskey. It's one of those. It's one of those incredibly fruity and perfectly sweet and candied. Loads of fruits and dessert flavors like caramel.
And it's different. Normally when this guy says bite the glass, he's talking about those crazy fruity gummy bears we get from like really crazy high-end whiskeys. But this is more like he said, it's like when you make your own caramel in a saucepan. And you got these like crazy caramelized brown sugars like molassesy, kind of like those barley sugars talking about. And it's so sweet like dessert, you just want to bite the glass.
Yeah, we're definitely mentioning the caramel and dessert elements, but more than anything that stands out is the fruit. It's so dark, rich red fruit jam. Just number one way to describe it. If you're If you want a really, really high-end fruity whiskey, that rich candied sweetness, this is up there.
I'm getting chocolate, toffee, hazelnut, you know, deep dried fruits, dried figs, high-end exotic nuts. The whole plethora.
Palate?
Yes, sir. Wow, impressive so far. Perfect strength. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Wow.
Wow.
This is delicious.
This is, wow, thank God it got good.
It's funny because when we opened this bottle,
Oh my God, it's different.
it was mainly on I would say probably mainly on my research. Just seen a lot of hype, seen a lot of people saying good things, talking to people, reading things, getting excited because at the time, you know, compared to other 40-year-old scotches that we were interested in, it was definitely the cheapest one.
Well,
And we were just so pissed off. And I feel like I failed us when we tried it, but it's so unique. It fills your mouth with those rich, dark berry fruits, along with that caramelization, along with that fine oak play. This can't be a first fill. I would be very surprised if it was first fill. I think it's a second fill, but it's got intense richness that those aged like fine leathery and oaky elements are there, but they don't take over in any way.
yeah, there's no way with it's not
They
that
integrate.
drying. There's
Yeah.
no way that it's
It
not a first
integrates perfectly, and
fill. Yeah, but the drying, like you said, the drying in the oak play is just perfect. It just accentuates everything.
it's perfect. It's almost like on the nose it's a 40-year-old, on the palate it's a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
really, really good. I'm gonna have one more sip.
It's amazing. Because you really get the depth and complexity of all the notes from the 41 years, but not overly drying, not overly oaky, like chewing on wood chips in any way. It's exactly what you want.
This is stunning whiskey.
Stunning.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, wow. This scores, the finish just lingers of rich, fruity, barley sugars, touch of that leather, touch of that oak, integrating in. What a cask.
And at least for me, because I usually like them cask strength, kind of beefy, I wouldn't even add water. I mean, you could, obviously, it might bring a little more, you know, aromas out, get it moving a little, but I just think, obviously, how much it's transformed, it's evolved from all the air. And with this strength, it's perfect for me.
Yeah, it's definitely something you could try to add at maximum 1 or 2 drops of water, but it's so luscious on the palate, and when it's that luscious, it's just sometimes it's just meant to be drank the way it's bottled. And with this kind of aging, it's just done a lot of breathing in the cask. 40 years in the cask, believe me, it breathes in the cask. Air does get in.
I'm getting on top of everything else, like deep cinnamon and these exotic herbs, like almost Asian spices and exotic herbs. It's getting even more complex, more different. Wow. Unbelievable. So good.
Absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Even with, as I told you guys, we're getting a little harsher with our grading. Even with that, this scores an incredibly high score for me, at a 93 out of 100.
I give it the exact same thing. Strong 93 out of 100.
Yeah, unbelievable whiskey. Cheers. If you guys have tried this, I know in the comments previously people have actually brought this particular. Some of you guys have brought this whiskey up. If you tried it, let us know what you guys think. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon for another review, baby. Cheers.
Thank you guys. Cheers.